Hi, everyone. This is a quick overview of the recruitment dashboard. This is a tool that ESA HR provides for a variety of different recruitment resources for department heads and liaisons and hiring managers and anybody that is tied to recruitment in some way. You can see we're on the landing page here, and we've got the requisition status tracker, the vacancy list, the eligible list report, and then the quick links down below. Before we dive in too deep, I just want to point out that if you are using Internet Explorer, we recommend that you switch to Google Chrome just because Internet Explorer does not support all of the dashboard features. So something to keep in mind as we work through this. Let's dive into the requisition status tracker. If we click on that, this is an area where you're going to come to view the status of submitted requisitions. And you can see the layout here in the top left-hand corner. We've got a little blurb on how to use it. It shows that the data is updated daily at 6:30 a.m. You've got a few filters. You can show canceled requisitions or not. If you choose to show them, you just click on the yes. The default is set to no. And if you want to show open requisitions referred in the last 90 days, that is the default. If you want to show it in the last 2 years, then you would just click on 2 years. And you would do that to see which requisitions will, if there are any requisitions that are going past 90 days, you would have to click the 2 years to see that. And then in addition, if you wanted to check and see which requisitions you may need to still add any hiring comments or any notes or do anything on your end to have that requisition closed out. So you can see again, back to 2 years for that. You can filter through the requisition number, the title, or the cost center here in the middle. And then in the top right, you've got this graph that talks about active requisitions by status. So pending assignment or assigned pending recruitment plan or job analysis, kind of where it is in the stage of the recruitment. One thing to note here is that I can see all of HR's recruitments and requisitions that are currently going on right now. Yours shouldn't be this busy, but this is a good area to kind of click and see. If you just want to see which ones are pending assignment, you can click on the pending assignment bar. And if you want to see them all, which is the default, then you would just click on that again. So something to keep in mind. And then we've got the different columns down below. So you can see you've got the department, cost center, exam type, requisition number, and so forth. A couple of the main, most important columns, in my opinion, for this specific tracker is the recruitment status. So you can quickly see the status of your recruitment, and then the analyst column. So if you don't know the analyst name, or you don't remember who is in charge of that recruitment, then you can quickly see who is in charge of that recruitment and email them if you have additional questions or want to dive in deeper to that specific recruitment or requisition. And then if one last thing to show on this page is the more options. So if you click on the scroll bar and then click on the 3 ellipses, you'll see more options there. And then you can click on export data. So if you want to see this in Excel format, then you can just click on all of those, follow the prompts, and export that data into an Excel file if that's easier for you to navigate through. So that's the department requisition status tracker. A couple of different ways to get back. So you can use this return to landing page in the top left-hand corner, or you can click on any of the tabs in the sidebar here. So we can go back to the landing page. We can go to vacancy list or the eligible list report, multiple different directions that we can go. I know I want to see the vacancy list, so I'm just going to click that. And then again, the same type of layout. So in the top left-hand corner, we have how to use, a little blurb on how to use. It talks about when this information is updated, and then multiple different ways to filter. So you can filter by vacant or provisionally filled. You can filter by cost center or by job classification. And then you've got, on the right-hand side, you've got the different columns, which you can click to you can click and sort by numerically or alphabetically. So that's something to think about as well. And then you can, again, on the right-hand side, click the scroll bar, the more options, 3 ellipses, and export data into an Excel format if that's easier for you. So that's the vacancy list, and you'll come to this tab to view all department-funded vacant positions. Just get an understanding and create this prioritization of your vacancies and start whittling them down and working with your analyst um, to work through that list. And then you've got the eligible list report. So again, the same layout in the top left-hand corner. We've got the blurb. For this data is updated daily at 6:30 a.m. And then you can filter by list type or by job classification. And then in the bottom left-hand corner, you'll see the definition of a per 10. And if you're not familiar with that, that is a type of list status. Again, if you're not familiar, you just go here and see the definition of that. And on the right-hand side, you've got all of the different columns and information to look through. Again, you've got the analyst's name here. So if you want to ask more questions about the eligible list and, is it going to be extended? Is it still, active? How many names have been used? Those types of things. You can always email the analyst in charge of that. And that's where you'll find that here. And then again, if you want to click on the scroll bar, click the 3 ellipses, you can export data that way to an Excel file. So now I'm going to turn to this landing page. And you can see down here at the bottom, we've got the quick links. And this is really going to make it easier for you to find your recruitment related items, such as hiring manager info, which is where you'll go to for the list of hiring options and FAQs. You've got the training resources. So this is primarily around the recruitment dashboard. Like this will show you kind of who to email and who can have access and that type of thing. Many different videos around how to navigate through the recruitment dashboard, but it also talks about how to navigate through the HR manual. It talks about how to navigate through, student internships and how to use that to your advantage. And then, so we've got the HR policies here. We've got the merit system rules. And then we've got the HR manual, like I mentioned before, and this manual is going to have a lot of things like answers to questions such as what is the application and exam process? What are some ways to hire someone that's not on a list? How to fill behind an authorized leave of absence. So a lot of good information in this HR manual. A good link and a good resource to have. And then lastly, we have the HR forms tab, and this is where you're going to find the most updated forms that the most common forms that departments use, such as work out of class or promotional forms or in grades. All of those are going to be found in here. So that's it. That's a quick overview of how to navigate the recruitment dashboard. Please reach out to your assigned HR analyst if you have any questions.